Hey guys, it's your guy Q Talks, your source for music, music reviews, music topics, journal topics, etc., etc., etc. We are back today, and we are back with your boys, Polyphia. New song out, Ego Death, featuring Steve I. I don't know if you can see back there, but I have Ibanez, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, guitars to deal with. The first one I ever got. Steve I is another one of my guitar idols. Just the way he plays and the way he does what he does is just magical. Like, he was the first guy I seen, other than like, Joe Satriani and all those guys, that pretty much made it to where your guitar can sing for you. Like, you don't need a vocalist because your guitar does it for you. So it's cool to see the new age instrumental bands like Polyphia do something with him. It's kind of cool that, old school and new school kind of clash. And again, like I said with the last video, I think this album is going to be interesting because they have a lot of features on there. Some are vocal, and as we see, some are instrumental. So I'm very excited to see what this album is going to be like. This is probably the first Polyphia album where I'm anticipating it more than just me kind of going to go check it out and see what they're talking about. But without further ado, let's get into it. Polyphia Ego Death. Let's go now. My computer stopped being slow. You come from Scotty? This man plays. I know we talk about it all the time, but it's so effortless. God, I can't speak. It's effortless. Like, this man is just easily, and I'm not saying like he doesn't put the work in. Like, you can even see him during interviews, just fingers wiggling and moving and keeping his fingers ready to go at any time. So he probably plays guitar more than you can possibly even imagine. But hell, when you're that good, why would you not maximize your talents and see how far you can go? He's already, I would say, a guitar legend. And maybe I'm jumping the gun way too quickly, but to be completely honest, I think when you push the instrumental guitar genre up to the next level, like, how can you not sit here and tell me that this guy is not a legend? Like, people who don't care about instrumental music will go to a Polyphia concert because of these guys. So, I don't know what to tell you, but let's go. again, or not again, but one thing I gotta say is the fact that they let Scott shine in this one. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna get their shine, but it seems heavily at this moment, you know, push for Scott to do his thing, which we all know he can play great. Everybody in the band is amazing. So you give him that showcase of his skill and his talent, because I didn't even know he could thump. I'm not surprised, but I never really noticed that he even thumped. I don't know. I didn't think of it, but let's go back in. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, man. That kind of made me emotional, bro. Like in the sense of, you know, seeing old school and new school like work together like that, and it was just cool to see. Kind of like it was kind of like Steve Vai passing the torch to them almost, and them giving him his flowers and telling him, like, you know, you inspired us to be where we are. So we gotta give you your flowers. And he didn't disappoint. He added his flair to it. He made it so cool and so dope. The song was easily my favorite Polyphia song. Probably by far, like out of all their songs, past GOAT, past any of their songs, this song right here is my favorite Polyphia song. I am not joking with you. That song was amazing. The videography was amazing. The different areas they had them in, amazing. The way it was shot was just amazing. And the fact, I love the fact that Scott was the main attraction here, like in Polyphia when we're talking. Because I don't feel like he gets necessarily the shine. And they say, you know what, Tim, you get in the back, not in the back, but you know, you stand behind Scott at this one time, do it. Even though he was thumping, he was doing this selective picking, he was doing all these cool things, we still got to see Scott showcase his skill and show us that, hey, I'm as good as Tim. You know, we're at the same level, bro. And everybody adds their own flair, bro. Like, I think that these dudes, like I said in the last video, they've hit a stride that they can be mainstream. Like, they can easily be mainstream. It's not even that they need to do anything different. What they're doing now, I think this album can not propel, but elevate them into being something that maybe they didn't even know was going to happen. I can easily see that because in 2020, I went to a Galvin Dance concert, and they were, you know, one of the bands that were opening for them. And even at that time, all the people who kind of were there rushed close to the stage just to see them play. So I can't even imagine in 2022 with what, you know, how big they gotten and how much notoriety they've gotten over the last 2 years, what a concert would be for them. I know they've been touring, but I think after this album drops and they start touring for this album release, I think this is going to be their biggest tour to date. The music is amazing. Every song I've heard has been excellent. But this song right here is just, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. Like, it's really good. Like, I think that, you know, they got nothing else to prove. I mean, I guess they're still young, so they could keep proving that they are as good as they say they are. But I think at this point, I'm ready to call Tim a legend. I'm ready to call the whole band a legendary band. They came up and they've been doing this for probably about a decade, a little over a decade maybe. Changed their styles, tried to figure out who they were, and figured it out. And you know, I'm happy. I'm happy because I love instrumental music. I love to see musicians thrive and get better and reach something that people weren't even sure can happen. I don't think even a Joe Satriani and Steve Vai could ever see this coming. Like, and these guys are pioneers of this. They've been doing this since the 80s, the 70s, the 90s. They've been doing this music. But when you got bands like Polyphia that can mix in like rap fusion with metal, with prog, with pop, with all these different sounds and make it sound like it's something completely different, I think, you know, you have to call somebody a legend. You have to. So, you know, that's why I really didn't talk a lot through the video, because I was just mesmerized by the music. Like, I just had to listen. I'm definitely going to give this a couple more spins. I think that, you know, everybody should listen to this. If you're a metal fan, if you're a music fan, you should give this song a listen. I think this album is going to be the one. I really do. You can bookmark it. Hell, people probably already think that. I'm probably not saying nothing that's ridiculous, but I think this is going to be the album that's better than any album they made. It's going to be better than GOAT. It's going to be better than any song they made. It is going to be the one. And mark my words, I'll be here. I'll review some more songs. Let me know if you want me to review the album when it comes out, because now I am extremely interested into reviewing this album. And I've never really been that interested in reviewing a Polyphia album, or even listening to one, that for that matter. I'll listen to them because I like Polyphia, but never have I been to the point where I'm anticipating the release date of this album. And now I am. So, you know, that's all that needs to be said. I just wanted to leave all that to the end because I didn't want to keep disrupting the music, the flow of the music. It, like I said, it had me emotional just to see that, you know, new school and old school. It was just so cool, man. It was so cool. But other than that, this is Q Talk done.